It's Santos Laguna versus Toronto in Torreon Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Sportsnet One. We're in Toronto right now as we're filming this, shielding ourselves from the elements outside. It's cold and rain that Toronto's training in right now, but on Wednesday night, it'll be very hot at Estadio Corona. Now, that's a place, in best of circumstances, you go in needing a win. You may be able to squeak out a 1-0 or 2-0 victory. But Toronto going in needing 3-0 or 4-2. With a bit of a skeleton squad, it's going to be difficult.
It's a tall order for them to overcome. You're looking at the squad that they have now, totally different than what they're used to having as far as the amount of starters, the quality of players that they have on their squad that are not available for them. Going into Central America, it's difficult. You know, you got to play with the humidity, the fan base that's going to be roaring. You know, there could be a few firecrackers. I've had that happen to me in some stadiums as well, too. So Toronto's going to have their hands full. I'd like to say that they're going to be victorious, but it's not going to be an easy walk in the park for them. So it wasn't a good showing for them last time in April, I believe, where they were going into the locker room at halftime 2-2, and then that's when they turned on and just it was a 6-2 loss. So work to be done, and we can rest assured that it's going to be a tough game.
Absolutely. Now, Santos are going to come into this in a bit of a foul mood, probably, too. Winless in 3 league matches. They lost on Sunday 4-1 to Toluca. Oribe Peralta, the Mexican Olympic hero, did get a goal for Santos Laguna, but otherwise they're fairly ineffective. They rested defender Felipe Boloy, the Panamanian that many Canadian fans will be familiar with from the World Cup qualification. And Darwin Quintero continues to lead the team in goals with 6 this season. So they've got a lot of weapons. What can Toronto do to at least contain them before they try to hit them on the counter?
I think Toronto's just going to go out there and play their own game. You could look at the stats and who they rested and who they don't have, and the streak that they've been on where they've lost 3 games recently. You know, they had the game on Sunday, so it's a quick turnaround for them dealing with Toronto. But at the same time, Toronto has to deal with the traveling aspect as well, too. So they really have to step up for it. They have to know who they're out there and they're going to need to mark. They have good quality players on that team, and either way, go out there and focus on what you guys can do strong, and at the same time limit those players from having their opportunity as well too, and just go out there and have fun. You're at the point right now in the season where things didn't go well in MLS play, so let's have something to show, make the fans proud about something, and hopefully build that little bit of confidence that these players need to end off the season strong going into next year.
Injuries aside, the situation is very similar to last season when Toronto needed to get a 3-0 victory in Dallas, and they did that. Actually, any kind of victory in Dallas would have really put them through, but they ended up getting a 3-0 victory, and that's what they'll need in Torreon. It's going to be a tall task, but it's one that Toronto will look to finish on Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Sportsnet One. On Goal TV Canada, look for the preview show prior to broadcast, and on Twitter, use the hashtag TFCLive to join the conversation. For Adrian, Asif Hussain, we'll see you soon.